MyArcade's Pixel Pocket Pro handheld keychain devices have finally started shipping, and I can finally review them for you. And just the other day, I posted a poll over in the discussion section of the channel and asked you, of the 10 that are brand new, which one do you want to see me take a look at first? And it was close, but just winning by a nose was this Galaga Pixel Player Pro. We're gonna jump in right after this.
This video brought to you in part by Tommy in the Order of Cosmic Champions. This exciting and heartwarming coming-of-age Gen X novel is available now. Check the link for more info.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John, I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. I have been sitting on these 10 brand new Pixel Player Pro units for what feels like forever, at least a month. Waiting for the permission from MyArcade, because they shipped them to me, so I couldn't break their embargo to show them to you. I just got word the other day that I could share them. And so I figured, look, there are 10 of them, and I don't want to just lump them into one video because some of them have multiple games, some of them have nuances to explore. I want to give them each their due, and so I'm not going to do more than one or two in any given video. So I asked you in the discussion chat, and more than 100 of you chimed in and said, here's what I would like to see you cover. And so it was close, but winning by a nose was the Galaga version of the Pixel Player Pro. Now here's the great news, is that of the 10, none of them got 0 votes. So it tells me that there's interest in all of them. So if you voted for another one and it wasn't Galaga, sorry, I'll be covering the rest eventually. I will get to them as best I can. But for now, look, my buddy George is going to be thrilled that I'm covering Galaga because it's his favorite game. This says it has 2 games on it. When I saw it at CES earlier in the year, my recollection was it was Galaga and the sped up Galaga, but maybe it has Galaxian too. I don't remember. We're going to find out. We're going to tear this open, and for fun, because I think this is maybe the same version they're putting in the joystick players, why don't we try that no shoot bug while we're at it, yeah? All right, let's get to the table. You might remember MyArcade dabbled in the whole pixel player arena a year or so ago when they did their first pixel player, which was Tetris. And they've done an upgraded one this year, but ever since we saw them, this line of them back at CES at the beginning of 2025, there's been a lot of interest. A lot of folks are going, where are they? Where are they? Well, they're finally shipping. I'm happy to show you the Galaga one here first. If you're looking for this one or any of them, I'll mention they're shipping right now. I'll put links down in the video description where you can go if you're looking to order one of these for yourself, or for someone else perhaps, if it's holidays coming up and you're looking for a gift for a Galaga nerd, like I know a few of those myself. I'm not going to spend too much time on the box. Look, you see what's inside. What's hiding under here, by the way, I think is a little screwdriver. Take a peek on the back, which is, just some legalese and stuff. We can't look at the details up here, where I could have learned, had I looked before I recorded the introduction, that yeah, it does include Galaga and Galaxian, and I think, unless they took it out, also the fast shoot, that sped up version of Galaga where you shoot way faster than you're allowed to in the original, which makes it a different kind of game. It uses 3 AA batteries, has the Pixel Pocket Pro. Yep, little screwdriver is in there, sure enough. All right, let's get into this thing. So inside here is our little Galaga Pixel Pocket Pro. Of course, it has the teensy little screwdriver that we can use. They just started including this. I think it's cute. I think everyone has a screwdriver to put the batteries in, but it's a nice little addition. We have an instruction manual. That's good for aviation practice. We're going to throw that away. Let's take a quick tour of the hardware then. So up top, we have that 2-inch display, which is the correct aspect ratio for arcade games like that. It's a 3:4 aspect ratio, taller than it is wide. Good for Galaga, and I'm guessing this is probably the same version of Galaga we saw in the joystick player earlier in the year. It's my assumption, it's my guess. Anyway, just below that we have a credit in and a player 1 and a player 2, so it behaves like an arcade game. Even if it's, look, we've looked at this before, and it must be a very close port of the arcade game because the recent one even had the fast shoot glitch in it, which we're going to try to replicate here in just a minute. As for controls, down here, look, you have a little D-pad, which is admittedly a little mushy, but also responsive. It does snap back quickly. It's there's no click to it, I'll say, but it's a little, look, it's a raised D-pad. It's kind of elevated on the edges. And then it has what is a pretty standard MyArcade fire button. It's kind of a glossy button. It's concave, or the convex rather. You can feel the raised, and then printed underneath it, it says fire. On the top, a simple power on-off button, and around here on the side, we have the home button for exiting a game, and also the volume, which is a single button, so I'm going to guess that's kind of like brightness was on some of the other units. It's going to be a toggle, so you're going to click through probably 2 or 3 different levels of volume from mute up to 2 or 3
clicks of volume. Around here on the back, we have a little sticker talking about use the right kind of batteries. Here's the screw hole to open up the battery door, and the battery door is printed, which I think is quite nice. So that's a little extra, not necessary. It's not for you. It's for anybody watching you play so they can see what you're playing, which I think is kind of cute, and embossed My Arcade logo. And then down here you have a single rear-firing speaker. And as for the keychain attachment feature of the Pixel Pocket Pro, this is a color-coded match, so we have green to go with the green Galaga, little hook, and it has just a little loop here. You pull back on, it's spring-loaded to click it onto your bag or whatever. I feel like that's probably everything you need to know about this thing before we put batteries in, so let's take off a little fake sticker. Put some batteries in this thing. We're going to power it up and give it a try. It doesn't take long to put in batteries, so I've got to be quick here. I'm just going to remind you of our store at GenXGrownUp.com/merch. Holidays are coming up, so if you're looking for cool, nerdy designs printed on hats or shirts or mugs or pins or stickers for yourself or someone else, please consider our store. You might find something you like, you'll get what you need, and help us out a little bit too. We certainly do appreciate it. Oh, let's go play. Okay, we're all set. Let's power it on. Yep, into the arcade. Pretty standard. My Arcade logo. And there we go. Yeah, so sure enough, we have access to Galaga, Galaga Fast Shoot, and Galaxian, all three. Fantastic. So even though the game says 2 included titles, you actually have 3 because you got the Galaga Fast Shoot in here. Let's go ahead and jump into Galaga. Yeah, looks like a ROM booting. There's the explosion sound that we're accustomed to being a little off. That sample in a lot of these emulated systems. So that doesn't surprise me too much. What about the sound? Let me put in a credit. That's the loudest, I think. That's muted. 1, 2, and that's the loudest. I'm going to put it on the loudest so you can hear it well. So let's put in a credit. Oh, we have lots of credits. Let's do player 1 start. Oh, this feels like the exact same game image they were using on the joystick player, which is to say, it's really good. It's very faithful. And it might be a direct arcade ROM. It is so close. And the fact that, again, we talked about the Fast Shoot is in here, or was in the other one. That's going to kind of be the test for us if it continues to be in this one. Let me get caught, maybe. Can I get caught? Come on down. Here he comes. Yeah, there we go. Get me! There we go. Got my double shooter. Oh, no, no, no! I lost it right away! All right, we'll play plenty more Galaga in a minute. Let's hit the home button, because I want to try to exploit this game. Let's jump into Galaxian and take a look at... Well, yeah, let's do Galaxian. I played way more Galaga than I did Galaxian in the arcade, but... yeah, pretty good. The music is a little off from what I recall. After playing Galaga, Galaxian just feels so, I don't know, so slow-paced. Nothing wrong with, look, we wouldn't have Galaga but for Galaxian. I'm not dogging on Galaxian, but if I've got the 2 of them in a machine, I'm playing Galaga all day long and twice on Tuesday. Yeah, so a good version of Galaga. You know what we don't know? And I suspect is not the case here. I'm guessing it does not save high scores. And something this little, let's find out. It says 750. If it does, it's going to be a bonus. If it doesn't, that's kind of what I was expecting. So let's go ahead into this game. Got to lose 1 more ship. Just to make sure, in case it's saving something to memory that actually commits it. There we go. All right, so we're dead. So I'm going to go home, jump back into Galaxian. Just to see. Hey, it did save my high score! I am tickled. I did not expect that to work. Way to go, My Arcade. Even in this little guy, it's saving. You know, honestly, I would have been a little disappointed, but understood why you didn't have battery save backups for high scores in here, because it's so little and maybe, you know, you don't have all the stuff in it you would have in a bigger unit at a higher price, but I am thrilled to see that it's there. Let's take a look at the Fast Shoot right quick. The fact that the high score is there makes this even better, because now I can try to beat my high score. All right, so 20,000. Let's try the Fast Shoot. Credit in. Beautiful music. Oh, yeah. Oh, they don't stand a chance. Now, I need to play long enough to get a high score here, because I want to make sure... You know, the vertical layout of the entire device is really welcome. I wonder what I would think about this. You know, we're really used to playing handhelds at a horizontal aspect, but since the game is vertical, why not have the whole thing vertical? And it works for me. All right, so we got about 9,000 now. I just got to cross 20,000 to make sure we're... Because we want to make sure also that both the fast shoot and regular speed have different high scores, because they're very different games, you know? Got it. Whoa! That didn't go great. Now we got a single shooter challenging stage. Boo. I mean, I'll try, but... Ugh. The fast shoot really helps, right? You almost don't need a double shooter when you get the fast shoot. Hey, look at this! Wow! Look what a difference fast shoot does. All right, so we almost have the high score. I just want to get that far. Oh, there it is! All right, so we got 20... All right, so 29,000. Yeah, let's just kill this game off. I'm going to make sure the high score saves here and it's separate from the other one. There's my results. Shot fired, number of hits, 43%. With how many bullets? Low accuracy, of course. Get to put in our name. All right. Let's see, which way? G. X. Boy, it's little. You gotta wear your readers. I'm wearing my readers right now. All right, so let's exit out. And we want to see if that high score is in fact preserved. It looks like it's going to be. Let's find out. Look at that. There's my 29,840. Is that what it says? Let's see the high score table. I just want to see my initials on the high score table. High score saving on this thing? Awesome. There we are. GXG right at the top. What a pleasant surprise in these little units. Okay. So let's jump into the standard Galaga. What I want to try to do here is, I think we pretty well established that this probably is the same internal software as we saw in that joystick player, which was very mature. So I'm going to double duty here. I'm going to play some Galaga, but I'm also going to try to get the no shoot bug to work by leaving those two leftmost Bs, and we'll see how it goes. Lovely Galaga music. Some of these arcade games had such memorable tunes. Wasn't that? Makes me smile. All right. So this could take a while, of course. I will liberally edit it down so you don't have to wait for this whole thing to take place. This next wave you got to wait for. Here they are. Yep. We'll clean up everybody else. We'll leave those two leftmost Bs. Then it'll be a waiting game. There he is. Okay. I'm down to just these two leftmost Bs, and I've just got to wait them out. Let me look at my clock. All right. Because it should take about between 5 and 10 minutes, I guess, for them to run out of bullets. Actually, what they do is they exceed a counter that's internal memory. Every once in a while, one comes from the right-hand side. You got to watch out for you so you can't just fall asleep at the wheel. Oop, another one. Getting froggy with those errant bullets, aren't they? I like to stay a little bit over from the right-hand side so I have somewhere to go when the bullet comes from the right. Here in the middle of all this, I'll mention that you'll notice the high score is 20,000, which says there is a separate high score for fast shoot and standard, which is what I had hoped and what I had expected once I saw that high scores were being saved. So also another bit of great news. I almost got hit by an errant bullet there. I haven't seen any bullets in a while. We might be there. No bullet. We did it. We did it. What did that take? About 8 minutes or so that I fast forwarded through. All right, nobody's going to shoot at us anymore this whole game. Let's just crush a quick high score before we wrap this up. I am immune! I killed too many. Yeah, he's not going to dive on me now. All by himself? I don't think he will. You got to have at least 2 of them, I believe. Oh, well. But nobody's going to shoot at us. We have that going for us. So you might say, oh, that makes the game less fun. Don't do it. That's okay. Look, it takes a lot of work and time to get the no shoot to happen. And you got to do it every time you want to do it. It's not like it's locked in forever on the game now. So if it's something like exploiting, great. Now you can. If it's not for you, that's cool too. Now I expect you could do this with fast shoot. What kind of crazy situation would that be? Wow. Ooh, ouch. Oh no. All right, I got to try to get my double shooter back. All right, double shooter. We'll see how long I can keep it this time. Congratulations on getting to watch one of the poorest games of Galaga I've played in recent memory, here live on camera. All right, here's a challenging stage. Wish me luck. There we go. Got it. One more. Got him. Do it, do it, do it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just wanted to hear the music. I wanted the song. Perfect. 40 hits. Extra 10,000 points. Now we got a 56,000 point high score. Let me kill this player off. Which can be tough because you have to do it with dive bombers. You can't get shot. G. X. G. Let the music finish. Doo-doo-doo. All right, off and back on to check it out. There's my high score. Way to go, little Pixel Pocket Pro. You have met and then slightly exceeded my expectations for what I thought this little unit would be.
To me, it kind of feels like these Pixel Player Pro units from My Arcade are filling a very specific niche that maybe has not been well served in the last few years, and that is casual gaming on the go. Now, clearly we have the larger devices that sit on your tabletop or even bigger, stand in the corner of a room, but satisfying those little quick fix bursts of gameplay when you're, on a bus or subway, or you're driving, not driving, when you're riding, when you're commuting, someone else is driving, don't do that. This gives you a chance to, you could put a game on your phone, but this gives you that arcade game that you have physical buttons and a physical D-pad to play, and give you just a little burst of gaming to hold you over until you can get back to your favorite game. And I think that's key. It's gonna come down to how big of a fan are you of this particular game that's loaded in the Pixel Player Pro. And having 10 of them, there are lots of games to choose from. These are going to make great little stocking stuffers, great gifts for people, or great gifts for yourself, If you're interested in this Galaga one or any of them, links, of course, down in the video description where you can go and purchase them right now. I'm going to put links to more of these reviews as I do them over my shoulders here and here for you to watch as they become available. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy. In this video, I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.